Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning, episode 357, back on the topic of the NFL today. Today we're going to be bringing you our bold predictions for the 2021 season. But first, question of the day. Tom Brady just became the second quarterback to win a Super Bowl with a second team. Who was the first guy to do it? Again, if you know the answer, comment below. And if you don't, stick around to the end of the video. We will reveal that answer. But Jay, obviously, a lot of offseason changes going on, a lot of good rookies. So give me your first bold prediction for the 2021 season.
My first bold prediction is probably the least bold, to be honest, but I have my first prediction being that the Los Angeles Chargers make the playoffs in the AFC. I'm not putting a set date and set, accomplishment of how far they will get into the playoffs just yet because of the many variables of Brandon Staley being a brand new head coach. I'm not sure how he will perform, but I do think it'll be great, and therefore I do think they'll make the playoffs. But to say how far they will go will be unsure just because of the many variables they have around them.
Yeah, I do agree that is definitely not that bold because the potential is absolutely there, but I do agree with the new head coach and the rookie quarterback. There's a lot that is not set in stone for that team. My first bold prediction is that Deshaun Watson will be traded to the 49ers and they will win the NFC. I do think in this situation, the most improbable part is that he actually goes there because I think that if he does, that team will go straight to an NFC favorite pretty much right away. The way Deshaun would likely fit with Shanahan would be very advantageous for that team. He's got Kittle and what Mostert is. I don't know who else they have the receiver.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel. They got the rookie. I forgot his name.
They got good offense there for him, and obviously top defense in the league with Bosa leading that. And I just think that they would be, like I said, if he ends up there, he would be straight to Super Bowl contender. Now the issue is, would that trade actually happen? Likely that would send Garoppolo to Houston, which he's also got a no trade clause. So why would he want to go to? Why would he approve that? I don't really know. I don't know if Houston is a very attractive spot. But as of a couple hours ago, Niners have announced some interest in Watson, which I guess who doesn't have interest in Watson? But I think that's possible, and I do think it is very possible next year, and if they do, they'll be Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, my only issue with that is the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. I don't know how they are going to bypass that because I agree. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is just going to agree to be shipped to the Texans. And also, my other big concern is the fact that if they do pull off the trade, are they gonna have to give up so much for Deshaun Watson that he's just going to be in a similar situation where he doesn't have talent around him because they sacrifice so much to get him?
Right.
Yes, he'll have a better coaching staff, and yes, he'll probably keep Kittle and Bosa on the defensive side, but they'll give us so much of the depth chart and just those role players that you really need to put together a great team that Deshaun might not have if he goes to the Niners.
I do think that they'd be willing to obviously give up Garoppolo and maybe first rounder this year. They got the 12th pick. Yeah. But the minute that the Texans mention Bosa or Kittle, it's out the window.
Yeah, I don't think they'll agree to Bosa for sure.
All right, give me another bold prediction.
My second bold prediction is that Carson Wentz will be traded to the Indianapolis Colts. He will be paired up again with Frank Reich. That was his offensive coordinator when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And when Carson Wentz was looking like an MVP quarterback, of course, he got hurt and Nick Foles came in and saved the day. But I think he will go to Frank Reich, Indianapolis Colts, and be a great competitor in the AFC, make the playoffs, and be a Super Bowl contender. That is extremely bold because we've seen how Carson Wentz just did this past year. He's not even a starter anymore. But I think this Colts team is one quarterback away from being a huge competitor. They already were with Phillip. Now they're going to get a much younger guy in Carson Wentz, and I think he will take them to the possible promised land. I think he will get his talent back once he has the coach he likes back in Frank Reich.
Yeah, I think to say Super Bowl is really too bold for me, but to say this team to say Wentz can't go there and be a good team, I absolutely think that's very possible. The defense is there, the running game is there, the receivers are there, the coach that he likes is there, and of course this is a quarterback that we've obviously seen fall off the cliff currently, but was an MVP 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost. So very possible. I'm going to say that's a little far for me to say they're Super Bowl contender, but I do agree that is possible. For me, my second bold prediction is that the Green Bay Packers, who are, I think at the moment, the Bucs, the obviously Super Bowl champion Bucs, biggest threat for the NFC, I think the Packers will fall off the table and have a 9 to 10 win season. I think they will be not completely out of the picture, but I do think with the tension now between LaFleur and Rodgers, the way Rodgers blamed him for the call and not going for it on fourth down, the fact that Rodgers has kind of expressed some not interest, but some uncertainty about his future. The fact that Aaron Jones likely won't be with them next year. The fact that what are the odds that Devontae Adams and Rodgers can have that connection again. All these factors I think will cause the Packers to be out of the equation as far as Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, I can't see that, and I can't because the division did get weaker. You know, Stafford leaving the Lions, Jared Goff is no threat. The Bears, if they still don't have a quarterback, they're no threat. Kirk Cousins really, even on his best time against the Packers, he'll split it with them 1-1. So I do see them possibly going 5-1 within their own division, but just the other opponents they play, such as the AFC North between the Steelers, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals, that might be the toughest division of football. It'd be hard to overcome that, and of course, many variables of what will happen in the draft and free agency. Aaron Jones is a huge workhorse for that offense. If they lose him in free agency, that will hurt Aaron Rodgers, and in the draft, are they going to finally help him? Am I going to agree with it? No, but if it happens, I would not be surprised by any means.
Absolutely.
For my final bold prediction, I think Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams are currently the biggest threat to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the 2021 NFL season. They were arguably one of the probably top 4, top 5 threat this year just with Jared Goff, and now I think this quarterback upgrade is huge for them. I think Sean McVay and Matt Stafford obviously are going to get along pretty well for Sean McVay to approve how much they gave up for him, and I think this offense is going to be taken to the next level. Matthew Stafford has never had the talent around him that he does now. Yes, he's had Megatron, but he's never had the depth chart that he has now with Cooper Kupp, Josh Reynolds, Van Jefferson, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, along with the backfield and a great running back, Cam Akers. He's going on from 59-year-old Adrian Peterson to a star rookie Cam Akers, and of course we know the defense is nothing like Matthew Stafford has ever held to rely on as well.
Yeah, I think this is very, very realistic. Unless the Niners get Deshaun,
I think, yeah.
Then yes, I think the Rams are the biggest threat. Like to stay consistent with what I just said, I think the Packers are going to be less than just a shell of what they were this year, which obviously wasn't good enough to go to the Super Bowl. So I think for sure, I think that all the pieces are there, and you've seen this pretty much exact team make a Super Bowl run with Jared Goff, and I think you're going from a middle of the league quarterback to a top 10, 12 quarterback in Stafford. So I think really the team is the same. The quarterback is better. So I think for sure they can be a contender for that. And my last bold prediction for this year is that, of course, the Jags draft Trevor Lawrence and they win, or I think they're going to have a winning season. I think that is very much to say.
So not 8-8. You mean 9?
I think they're going to have 9 wins or more. I would say 9 wins. I don't want to 10 wins. They're not a 10-win team, I don't think. But I'm going to say the Jags go 9-7. That's a lot of just faith in the fact that Trevor Lawrence is really going to be what we think he was going to be, and that Urban Meyer will actually click in the NFL. The offense is there. James Robinson, one of the best rookie running backs in the league last year. I mean, Chenault, Chark, he's got guys to throw the ball to. The defense is an issue. I hope they can figure that out in the offseason. That will be the main issue with that team if Trevor Lawrence works out. But I got the Jags. I think the Jags win in 9 games.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Jags fan. I am rooting for that to happen just because I do like Trevor Lawrence and I hope the best for him. But my biggest concern is Urban Meyer. We don't know how he will pan out. But the possibility is for sure there. They have the most cap space in the league. They got 2 first-round picks. Of course, one will be used on Trevor. But whatever your biggest necessity is outside of the quarterback position can be addressed in the very first round. And then you have all the cap space to just increase the depth chart. I think the defense is definitely the biggest concern. But you do have some fundamental players to build off of Myles Jack being a great captain at the linebacker position and Josh Allen on the defensive position or being a pass rush position, defensive end. I think the potential is there, but winning season's hard to tell just because, the Texans are free-falling, but I do think the Titans and Colts are still better rosters all around than them right now, and that's already 4 losses in my opinion. I think they'll go 0-4 against those guys, and for them to have less than 3 losses throughout the rest of the season, I just don't see it happening.
Good point. All right, those are our bold takes for the upcoming season. If you got any more, comment below. And again, for the question today, the answer of the other quarterback to win a ring with multiple teams is Peyton Manning. He's won with the Indianapolis Colts and then again with the Denver Broncos. Thanks for watching, guys. 2 minute warning.